I've always loved horses, not in a glossy, curated way, in the muddy boots, quiet companionship, early mornings kind of way. The stable was my reset button. Most of the people there were fine, competitive, dramatic in that horse people way, but mostly decent. You could rely on 'em when it mattered. Mostly. There was one woman who never quite fit. Quiet, disorganized, always out of sync. When group lessons were scheduled, everyone would confirm days ahead. She wouldn't respond at all, until 10 minutes before, suddenly asking if there was still space. There never was. She was also terrible at listening. Instructions went in one ear and evaporated. Half the time she was distracted by her husband, who came to everything and never participated. He didn't help, didn't speak, didn't interact with the horses. He just stood there, arms crossed, watching. Not casually, intently. It unsettled me, but no one ever said anything. Horse people tolerate a lot of weirdness if it doesn't technically break a rule. For a while, I leased a horse I adored, steady, kind, forgiving. When his owner sold him, I was heartbroken but realistic. Horses change. You adapt. The next horse came with reassurances. Bomb-proof, not spooky, perfect confidence builder. That was generous. He was lovely on the ground. Sweet, gentle, curious. But under saddle, he spooked at nothing. Shadows, sounds, air. I kept telling myself I'd learn him, that I just needed time. Then one afternoon, he didn't shy. He exploded. I remember the sky, then the ground, then pain everywhere at once. My arm went first. My ribs followed. Breathing felt like I was inhaling knives. People ran toward me. Most people. Everyone except her and her husband. They stood by the fence. Didn't move. Didn't offer help. And then, I still can't quite believe this, he laughed. Not nervously. Not awkwardly. He laughed. I lay there stunned, watching everyone else rush in, calling for help, holding my hand, checking my breathing, while the two of them stayed exactly where they were, like spectators disappointed the show had ended too soon. Broken arm, 2 cracked ribs, weeks away from riding. Recovery gave me something I hadn't had in a long time, distance. And with distance came clarity. I realized how tense I'd been, how much effort went into navigating that environment, unreliable people, ignored instructions, the constant low-grade discomfort of being watched. Especially by someone who laughed when another person got hurt. Around the same time, work took a turn for the better. A promotion, more disposable income, options. So I made a decision. I moved stables. The new place was night and day. Organized, calm, online bookings, clear communication, people who showed up when they said they would. Instructors who paid attention. No lurking, no chaos masquerading as tradition. I breathed differently there. Later, I heard what happened at the old stable. The woman was removed from group lessons after too many last-minute disruptions. Her husband was asked not to attend unless he was actively involved. Apparently, that conversation didn't go well. They stopped coming shortly after. I didn't feel triumphant, just validated. Sometimes karma isn't dramatic or loud. Sometimes it's simply being excluded from spaces that require basic decency, and discovering that no one is willing to bend the rules for you anymore. I'm back in the saddle now, healing, happier, and riding somewhere that finally feels safe, in every sense of the word.